Setting live stream font size. Put this over here. What else do we have? A little bit of this, a little bit of this. So our Trello board workout, what do we have? We have the add button. We have logic to initially pull workout from database. Do we have that? We do have that. Let's check against our current state. So yesterday I would notice that, afterwards I would notice that you could actually not see. Do you see my mouse? And I had my simulator right behind myself like this, and you couldn't really see the result of what we worked on yesterday. So making sure this is not the case for today. There we go. Now you can see we have cancel and also save. And save actually executes some code. All right, let me see where my live stream is at. Is that the one? Nope, that's basically a failed one. Edit. More options. I think I can go here and say that one. Done. I can leave the screen while I wait. And I should see myself live here. There we go. Sayan Wondal, good morning. Hey. Sayan. What's up? Welcome to the stream. And good morning. For me it's almost 10 o'clock in the evening. So good evening as well. Right now, quickly putting exactly the link to the stream on Instagram. And there we go. So what we did yesterday was implementing a reusable screen, a view for cancel and save with a behavior and delegate protocol. Now what we can do is implement basically a save for workout. So this kind of thing. Let's do it. Let's see. Hey, I follow your routine and I'm really inspired by your dedication in general. I'm not an iOS developer, but I do have some doubts about this whole career perspective. What do you mean by doubt? Oh, like, first of all, thank you so much for supporting and following along. But what do you mean with doubts? Like, do you fear this is not a safe future to step in? Or career decision? Because I feel like there's nothing more secure than there are, but this is like a super secure field to step in, especially if you think about that the whole world builds on software and we are 30 million developers, just 30, not even 30 actually, the whole world, just 30, building the whole world. That's not a lot, considering America alone has 360 or 40 million people living. India has 1 point something billion, and we have like 60 million in the whole world being software developers. Lots of room for people to step in or come in. All right. What I want to do is, let's go to our create workout VC. And let's have the background be not red, but we can say white for now, at least custom white. The goal is that we are implementing this view here so that we can create workouts and it will appear here. That's the goal. Also, I want to adjust the font size. Let's say 24. What did we use for the title? Also 24. Actually, it should be then bigger because it was bigger there. Maybe 28. Visibly bigger. Let's see. 20 minutes workout. Looks good. Now we want to have some padding. Hey, Sadie! I have been obsessed with iOS development for a while and love your content. Thank you so much. How did you get started as an iOS junior dev? Would be cool to build a list app for topics to go through for jobs. I basically just started to Google about iOS tutorials, just like free iOS tutorials. Done. And then you have, let's see, free programming tutorials, iOS app Coda. I just look up what they have to offer. A complete guide into whatever you want, some starter tutorials. So even here you see some resources listed where you learn tutorials.ios. Doesn't exist. Learn iOS from AppCoda. This one, Hello World, build your first app. I just learned it with those kind of tutorials just to get into it. This looks super dated. Ray Vanderleek for sure. Brian Advent. YouTube, for especially YouTube. Let me see. You just have to continue searching on Google, Swift tutorial, basically iOS. And you will find Code with Chris, you will find Brian, you will find Sean, and that's already enough. They have enough resources for you to get started and get advanced and get to my level and beyond for free. So Swift text field padding, I know that I will have to create a subclass of TextField, UI TextField, where I can override some functions regarding the edge insets. I'm in junior year now, and there are a lot of subjects taught to us about computer science. I understand that they are important, but in all my years of project development, are they necessary? You say a lot of subjects taught about computer science. I don't know what the topics are. What you like, this is not specific enough for me to give an answer on that. AJ, good morning, greetings. Good to have you around. That's an interesting approach of giving a text field padding, so it starts there, right, and not like the very left. Oh, I see. It's basically just adding a view to the left side, and then therefore. Oh, that sounds like a hack. This is the actual thing. Text drag for bounce inset. There we go. So inset, you want to define default. Let's say we have variable padding is equal to UI edge insets, and we have some default. Alright, we have default top is like this, say 5 to the left and right. However, you will be able to say top, left, or basically say padding, UI edge insets. Like this, and we can say padding. I don't know if we need the other editing rect, might be placeholder rect. Yeah, if you want to put, it's like future proofing, because right now we don't want to put a placeholder in, but what if we want to use a text with placeholder, then this is taken care of. Let's say text, no, placeholder rect. It's just placeholder rect, yeah. And then return bounds insets by padding. And then there's editing rect, that makes sense too. This is the same. Oh, your edge insets, inset rect, bounds, padding. Why would you do it like this? Not like this. Oh, it's newer. Yeah, exactly, this makes more sense. This is kind of cumbersome. Alright. Editing rect has also return bounds inset by padding, which basically means we can now go into our create workout, and instead of your text field, we just use our text field. And since we have default, oh yeah, this is this. That's why I tried it before that way. Now we can just initialize it like that, and we have a padding. It starts not at the very left, but we can give it a little bit of more padding, either by default or by saying UI edge insets top left 10, like this. I'm a Flutter developer and also work on React.js. Data structures and problem solving are essential, but what are your thoughts about system design? Do you use those methodologies. No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't. Actually, that would be something new for me. I once used UI action sets for padding a text field. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Hey Martin, did you watch the fight? What fight? No, I didn't. What fight? Was there a box fight or? How's it going, brother? Han and Cyber, welcome to the stream. And let me know what fight you're talking about. So, where's our browser? It's here. So Swift, Inner Shadow. This is Inner Shadow, but add shadow layer is implementing something, and I wonder how and why. It's adding probably CA layer positions. Self shadow layer come from? Well, UI view. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. No, so then I assume it's a box fight. Tyson Fury is not the Tyson. Is it a Tyson? Kind of familiar face. Do you like Wendy's when the Wendy's nuts smack on your face? Just kidding, it's funny how it's 12 here and probably 7-9 over there. Good morning. Hey, good morning. It's like 10 o'clock in the evening. Have I been to Wendy's? There's so many. It's funny how so many stores are basically having just the names like Dick's, Wendy's, Danny's, Shelby's, Ralph's. Just the name. I will open a store and call it Martin's. Exactly. You don't know what it is about. It's just my name. You have to figure it out by coming by. Disclaimer is gonna be a Barbie shop. You can buy Barbies. Hey. Let's see if we have another solution. Martin's sounds fun. I'll go and buy something, even though it's Barbies. If you have a daughter, you can buy all the Barbies there. So after searching a lot on Google and reading answers at Stack Overflow and blog posts, this is now my understanding of the relationship between UI views' different properties. UI view is based on CI layers. CI layers has a shadow property and can have mask. The mask is a CG path. CG path comprises one or more shapes, arc, rectangle, etc., and can perform Boolean operations, union, subtraction, etc. This is how it looks like after putting above mentioned theories together. Example code. Show me. Why is it only test? Copy your view extension to your project. Use the method add inner shadow on site, shadow color, shadow size. That sounds simple enough, but I would like to know where it is. There we go. So what it does is CA shape layer. frame is gonna be the same. Shadow color, got it. No offset. Shadow size, fill rule, KCA fill rule, even odd. Hey Martin, do you like watching any sport? I don't watch any sport. Actually, I would watch, if there's some world championship, say football or something, I would watch it with friends because the atmosphere is nice to like just cheer for a team, and I was just like, okay, what team are we cheering for? Oh, it's this one. Alright, I'm in. Going along, having fun, enjoying the event, but I'm not really into any sports. It has never been my thing. I also don't really watch TV at all. Shadow Path, interesting. All frame size, width, height, that makes sense. Left. Shadow size ×2. That's so it's from top to bottom. Width is that is interesting. We basically just need top and left, and then also bottom and right. Alright. So let's go and have also again an extension UI view plus shadow. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't like, god damn it. Top and left, case, bottom and right. It's fine if you have a different coding style, but I don't feel like this was clean and readable. Has been renamed to CA shape layer fill rule even out. Okay, I fixed this. And now as well over here. Cleaning everything up. Interesting how he is constructing that thing like this. Not necessarily bad at all. And let's put it to a test. How's 1, 2, 3? How's this so far off? Oh yeah, because it should be like this. No, the cases are usually on the same. That's why. Now, it got me confused. So we got this and all of that. I indent my code by 2 spaces. Now, text field. On init. Inner shadow. On side, top and left. Shadow color. What do we use for the container? Container view. We used dark shadow color, exactly. How long will you stay in the States? Danny asks. Forever? That's Martin, sounds fun. Oh, I just missed that. That's surprising. Germany is great at soccer. I know, like usually typical guy would be interested in soccer. I'm out. That is not for me. Dark shadow. Shadow size. Let's just see. We can have a look where shadow size is used for what? For radius. We have a radius here of 4. Shadow opacity 1. Let's see. Yeah, we can use that afterwards. It's fine. There we go. There's somewhat of a shadow somewhere. Can you describe how your day is on average? On average? So currently there's a lot of things going on, so I try to balance everything and tackle all these things that are just hitting my schedule. Normally it's like, usually if everything is grooved in, it's waking up, workout, work, code, and in the evening go to bed or enjoy say something on Netflix and then chill out. That's basically it by default. And then obviously all the things that come in between because of life, like you have plans, you want to go somewhere or you want to watch some movies or anything else. I wonder, it's basically super simple. The default is really workout and code. This is like the core of a day. Plus Instagram obviously, and the live stream is also part of it, but it's also code again. So let's see. Let me grab an orange. I crave oranges now. I wonder why. You can see the shadow right here is super small, right? It's right in the corner. I don't want that. I want the shadow frame should be, yes, bounds. What we could see as shadow layer, background color red, whoops, UI color red, CG color. Let's see what that does, because I remember it needs a background color in order to work, but we don't even see it. So what if we say inner shadow has more radius, a bigger size, just so we can see. You enjoy the states? I do. Yes, it's way less stressful. Fewer people, more space. Although they drive crazy. What I wonder is whether I have to just call this function 2 times for top once and for left once, and then also again 2 times for right once and bottom once. Let's try that. Oh yeah, bottom. So then we can remove this. It's missing that one. And is the Autobahn fun? I don't really drive. I bike here a lot. So what state and city do you live in? Right now we're in LA, but it's gonna be Tacoma or Seattle or wherever my work is moving us, since we are not limiting ourselves to one place. If we have an opportunity to land a job in a different state or even city, and yeah, the freeway Autobahn is basically this is one of the things that feels similar to Germany, except for the people that drive a little bit more chaotic. And so let's see, we have top. And top is just in a corner. I wonder why this is. This guy. Okay, then we have to look into what's happening. Now top says shadow size times 2, say it's 40, so it's minus 40 on X. Why would he put it to the right? Okay, anyway, so put it to the right. The CG rect. And it's 0 on top. The width is the frame size width plus shadow size. Okay, so it should have this, the whole width of it. The height should be the frame height and shadow size times 2. I wonder if this is times 4 because we're subtracting from here and we are accommodating with that. But insect rect, define outer rectangle to restrict drawing area. Okay. That means if we have a size of 4, it's going to be 8. So what if we say there is no what if we say just bounce, just to learn the behavior of it. There we go. Interesting. So that's the layer. Shadow size is 40. So he really puts that one back there. Because we're drawing probably, I don't know. Let's see. Can we find another resource that's more? This is even in playground. Inner shadow. Oh, how I don't like when OBS crashes, because then we're ending the live stream without properly ending the live stream. Right? Lots of opportunities, Northern California. You bike commute? How lucky. I always want to bike commute. I think bike commuting would fun here in States I live in is more car driving can sometimes be stressful. Yes, and it's also more expensive too. But it depends on where you are at, and I mean you save time too when you drive by car. Have you ever tried hacking? It looks like Hacker in the Hoodie. Just kidding. Yeah, we're going for Mr. Robot tonight. And no, I have never tried hacking. Bicycle is less stressful, no stuck in traffic, not to have to worry about gas, insurance, etc. Totally true, but it's also more time consuming, so that's the drawback. Angel, hey, bonsoir. How is your sleep schedule going? I am completely wasted. I am looking forward to fall asleep, go to bed, fall asleep, and sleep like solid 8 hours or maybe 10. Back again, yes, awesome. good to hear that it worked. And I won't open Playground anymore because once I open Playground, OBS crashed. I don't know what's happening under the hood, that there is a relation of some sort. I feel like this frame thing doesn't work. If I go here, say let inner frame, if I go here, then we should be able to debug what's in a frame. And in a frame is width and height is 80. That sounds about right. So another way what I can do is, that's gonna be easy enough, is for example, if we go to TextField right here and say, not that, but we can add CA layers. Let me try something else. So this should be extension text field like this, padding, top shadow layer, CA layer, set up shadow, let's call it like this, and let's say the top shadow layer has shadow color dark and shadow radius is indeed 4. Shadow offset is going to be, let me see, if we say top shadow bounds of phrase rectangle frame, this is a read only. Now it's even set to CG rect 0, 0, width is same width, height is 1, and position is -1. And then offset, where do we go for container? Again, we have offset of that. It's to the right. We actually don't want to the right, we just want to the height. And it should be in the positive. Background color, yeah. And then also masked bounce, folds, corner radius, we don't care about that. Okay. So that's the shadow, and we can say add basically layer, add sub layer, top shadow layer, like this. I wonder if this would actually work. But setup shadow should be on the instantiation. Cars don't use gas if you have a Tesla, lol. Good point there. Let's see. Do we even have this? Doesn't look like we have a... I don't know if that's just showing the UI views or associate layers. TextField. Background color. Maybe we can do that in... if we're not breaking it again. Oh, I'm saying draw text? No. Yeah. Just draw. I think Mr. Robot is based on hacking. It's worth watching for programmers. I would say the first season is, first few episodes is awesome, and then it's slacking off, and then I think it's slacking off more and more and more and more, unfortunately. Yeah, this is still super weird. Draw text in a specific rectangle. Image. The stream is lagging for some reason. Oh, let me see if I can reduce my bandwidth usage. You buy commute, how lucky I was one. Oh yeah, I read this. I read your comments. Okay, so draw text would fix this. But we can still not set up a shadow. Let's say we say sublayer, top shadow layer, add 0. So it's on top. No shadow given. What do you have? CG point, position, bounce. Interesting. Doesn't change anything because we had the right values already. So that wasn't an issue for us. Our issue is we don't know why we don't see that layer. What if I say 5? Let's just for fun say 5 and 5. Height is 1. Oh, this could be the issue. There we go, we have height of 1. If I say 10, we should see the background. And if I say custom white, I wonder where the shadow is. We don't see the shadow, we just see. Why don't we see the shadow? Opacity. Oh. Top shadow layer opacity 1. Maybe this was the issue from the beginning. Was it? No, I still don't see any shadow. Also, why is this offset? Oh, because of the padding insets. We have that. I wonder how it looks like when it's pure white. There's a difference. It's not as clear. Question is, shadow color is black, shadow radius is 4. Corner radius we don't care. Shadow is same. Shadow color is the same. Opacity, okay, yeah, full opacity. Shadow offset, we did that. Background color, we did that too. And then false. And this one works. This one doesn't. I don't think it's behind it. Okay, we just don't see it. And I'm trying to figure out why this is. This is simply another challenge. I mean, what I could do is, which would be easy, I'm sure, is say top shadow is a UI view, right? And I can simply say add subview top shadow equal false, and then we say top, but we're using UI view. It's a fully bloated class for something as small as a shadow, where we could really use CA layer for it. But also, what we should not forget is, even if CA layer is the better solution, when we are stuck for half an hour and we don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you do have another solution that is less optimal, it is, in my opinion, totally fine to go with that, so you just can keep on moving and get things done. And then at a later point, once you have time, get back and fix it or improve it, right? So top shadow constraints to top anchor, constraints to the top anchor. So it starts at the top, and then we say let height is gonna be top shadow. Height anchor has a height of 1. We just care about the shadow, and width is, actually we can say leading. Top shadow leading, constraints to leading as well as trailing. And as layout constraints activate, top height, leading, trailing, and now we can say top shadow, layer, and basically say container. Let's get all of this information from you, like so. And remove this, and on setup top shadow. Let's have a look. I see something up there. Moving by 15. There we go, and we have a shadow to the top and to the side. We don't want that, we want that. We want also custom white as a shadow. Oh, basically, I don't know about that. I think it's dark shadow we want. So it's down. Do you see the shadow? It's right there, downwards. We can use that, but it doesn't go until the very end. So I wonder, so now we have the padding constant, padding left minus, and then also padding right. So it's full width. Again, accommodating the padding that has been used. Now, when we look at our design, we have dark with, it's really dark. Which means, actually this should be enough. Why does it not look like this? The container view has light shadow, dim blue, dark shadow. Oh, what are we using here? Oh, that was a container, that's fine. Whoops. Light shadow on top and dark shadow on the bottom. So what we can try is we can remove the constant here and create Or could we see not give this one a white background? I can barely see the shadow. What if this is 0.1? No, it wasn't. Oh, 1 sec. Shadow opacity. I don't know. I mean, I see a shadow, but it's not enough. Shadow radius, let's say 1. It's getting stronger. Does the background place? You see more background, so let's say clear. Now I don't see anything anymore. Which means I don't see the shadow. That was the background from the beginning. All along, wasn't it? Oh no, clear doesn't work. It has to be just some color. No, that's fine. It's more so that we need some shadow opacity is 1, offset is height by 3. We can increase that. So if we say 5, and 3 here, sort of there, but I feel like it's not as dark as here, right? Why is this so light? Or is it actually just as dark? Could be. Okay, let's just go with that first. And let's do the other corners, which is, this is top, right? Now the same applies for left shadow, bottom shadow, right shadow. Wonder. I was wondering whether I can refactor the code so it's more generic. Top bottom, for example. Because we have a lot of code that's repeating itself, with a few exceptions like this one. Equal to one. I think it needs a height, so it's having a shadow. And then the Also, it's just gonna be like this, and we can say set up bottom shadow, and instead of black, it's gonna be white, just so we see something. Their bottom. Interesting. This text field has a bottom anchor. This is where it starts. Am I losing concentration? Why? What we're doing is we are having the, oh, one sec. Yeah, we're having the bottom shadow view, and we say its top is constrained to the bottom. And everything else is just that. If you say bottom is constrained to bottom, that's fine, but the height is 1. Why is its top anchor is constrained to the bottom, not at the bottom? If I would move it, it will move downwards. No, it does not move downwards. Why not? Oh. It does. We forgot something. We overwrote the top thing. So there we go. Hey, yeah. Exactly, I want this to be behind. So we have this. Hey, we're getting closer. It's just that we want this one to be dark shadow instead and light shadow. Not sure how that will look like to us. Super light, I would say, but it could work if we add the other shadows to it. I feel like it already gives us the impression it goes under, goes down. So let's do that. Set up left shadow. We don't need, actually do need top. It's top anchor. No constant needed. Height is going to be, we don't need that. Leading is needed, trailing is not needed, but width is needed, and bottom. So bottom. And then width constant 1, and we can say top, leading, bottom, width. And here we say 5, 0, and leading has already set up left, and left shadow should be dark too, like this. Let's see. There we go. It's super light, right? Most container, it had 4 in radius and 3 in offset. So 4 in radius and 3 in offset. That's the offset. And 4, I think, right? Exactly 4. Let's see if that helps. No, it's making it worse because we can see less. How are you? X Silence. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm doing fantastic. Right now, approaching that text field right here. That should look like this in the end. Pretty hard shadows over there. Name, text field. Custom white. Black hoodie is really nice. Thank you. My girlfriend got it for me. So workout, 20-minute workout is for the text field. Even if we write more, we have like enough padding over there. Now let's do the right shadow, and then we are sort of done. We can start adjusting. Right shadow. How do you maintain everything with learning and doing together? I can recommend from the beginning to always, when you learn something, implement right away something your own idea yourself. So you learn how to apply things and how to solve own problems that are not guided by the tutorial you're following. And with that, you just get naturally better. This has to be trailing. I hope that answers your question. If not, let me know. Constant padding. Alright. With right shadow equal to constant 1, then trailing width is minus. Do you take work from companies too? Yeah, so that didn't work as expected. I think I am minus. Right? No. I do take projects from clients, which can be companies or private persons, to work on. Now the right shadow, top trailing is equal to that. Bottom width is 1. With all 4, that width is -5. So we should actually see something coming from there, something light. But it's not. Hey, pretty. Oh yeah, well, it's not because we're not calling it. God damn it. Classic.
Do you want water?
Yes, please. And now we can say light shadow. And we can also say, since this is using, starting at the padding right. And there we go. Thank you. All right, we have our field. I don't like how light it is. I don't know why this is lighter and darker than this appears to be. You know? Why could this be? It's not just me, is it? Right? This is literally not as dark as this. And if we open up container, we have the same information right there. We are using for our text view corner radius 10, shadow radius 4, light shadow. One sec, this is a container thing. God damn it. Text field, there we go. So light shadow, its corner radius doesn't matter. Shadow radius is a little bit lower. Opacity is full. Because, yeah, it's opacity, not transparency. So we see plenty, and then some relocated and folds in the background. If I would say 0.8, that shouldn't help. It should actually make it worse. Yeah, should see it even less. So what if I say 10? It should not exceed 1. 10 should equal to 1 in the end, which means 100%. Yeah, it's lighter. Right? Right? The question is why this is. Why is it lighter? Is it because of the text field transparency? That would make sense. We can check. We can see our small views here, like left and right and bottom and top. I mean, we could go with, what if we go with black and white? This is like the brightest and darkest color we could go for, and yet it's not even. Whoops. Oh, this should stay like the blue. Oh, one sec. This is super thin, isn't it? Alright, that's fine. No, it's fine. Even the darkest color we could go for is still, and the brightest is still too dark and too light. Like, this is coming closer. Why? Why would custom white not be enough? Oh, one sec. Custom white. No, I'm using light shadow for the container too. And nothing else, not custom white and not, because that was intended. If we go to workout cell, we can see container views used just as is, and it will take care of the shadows. Custom color, light dim blue. What about this one? If I say text field, the background color is light dim blue, then you will see obviously more. Oh, whoops. I mean the background color of the text field itself. Yeah, it's definitely not what we want. Oh, but we can see that I did a mistake there, and I think there as well, regarding the positioning. So text field left should be just leading anchor. Let's see. Yeah, then it will start right there. And this one I think too. Let's go into text field again, create. Let's say black. We should see the lighter shadow where it is. We see it's here and here, it's inner, that's perfect. And when we say white, we should see the other shadow there and there alongside that, so we have a shadow around. Feel this way with light dim blue as the background also looks nice. Thank you. But it wouldn't speak the design language I would like to go for. Try. Oh, and leading and trailing has No, doesn't it? Yeah, leading and trailing needs to adjust as well. For bottom shadow, as you can see, it's going above and beyond. Now bottom shadow is inside. And this one too. Okay, so let's keep it like this. We can have a little bit more even. Create workout, we see, I know we have 10, we should use 15. So we have a little bit more space between text and shadow. Like this. Okay, we will deal with that. We want this to be more contrast, like having higher contrast. But hey, we created a text field that looks like it's like imprinted into the background. So let's stop here. I'm also super tired after this all-nighter. And let's see if we can. We will just go with that first, and then write into the database from here, and then see our view here populate not with mock data but with actual data that we entered here. Right. And so yeah, make sure to swing by tomorrow again, and let's just have a talk in the chat as well, and maybe I'll find out until then how to increase the opacity of the shadows. Everybody, have a good night, have a good day. Thank you for joining. And Taron Sharma, thanks for joining and thanks for supporting. See you guys. I'll just go to bed and fall asleep like a stone.